When you learn to live in harmony with the earth, every space becomes a sacred space. Whether you live in a concrete jungle with a small balcony or on a sprawling nature preserve, the earth is there for you. Paige Vanderbeck. So I wanted to start my own witch's herb garden for the longest time, but as you can see, I don't have that much space, and that kept me from starting this project for the longest time. But my father gave this wooden pallet to me for free, and I decided that now is the right time. So I did some measurements, and I was really proud that I measured correctly, but I forgot that you have to screw these pieces into the wood. So I had to change my plans, and I needed some help, which is okay. So my boyfriend helped me, so thank you so much. And as you can hear, we had a lot of fun, so that was a plus, and that was basically it. Next, I had to make sure that I could put soil inside and water my little herb friends, so I used pond foil that I also got from my father for free. So we are working magic on a budget here, and I simply cut the pond foil into the right pieces. I did a rectangular shape, and I also made sure that I put some pond foil on the right and the left so no water could drain, and that was basically it. Now we were ready to hang our wooden herb garden to the fence, and as you can see, I wanted to use these cable ties, but they were too short, so I secured everything with a rope. And then my father said that I could combine the cable ties together, but then I already enjoyed the look of this organic rope, and I just let it, and it is secure, so don't worry, it is safe. And then after that I rearranged my solar lights, and I was so happy. And here I'm also planning my little plant thingy that I thrifted in my last video, because I found the cutest plants that grow to the sky. And here I'm just cutting the roses to make space and make sure that everything gets enough sun. And I really had so much fun. Here you can see these beautiful plants, and I cannot wait until they are growing. I'm so excited, and I will show you. Don't worry, friends, I will show you. I really love this kind of clover. In German it's called Glücksklee, so kind of a lucky clover, and it's growing so beautifully. It's like a carpet on the soil, and I really hope it will grow. I thought it is so cute, and definitely something that the fairies would like. Alright, so please excuse the mess. I know I'm looking like I just run a marathon, but I'm not a summer girl, I'm a spring girl. and an autumn girl, and I cannot wait until it's autumn and pumpkin season again. But we are not complaining. We enjoy the sun, but I just am not made for the heat. But I still managed to finish my little herb garden, the most difficult part, but I could not have done it without the help of my father and my boyfriend. So yeah, thank you so much for helping. But I'm really happy because I think it turned out so cute. I just have to make sure that the water is properly draining from these little containers and it's not going onto my neighbor's side. So this is something I have to check with time, but I'm so happy. I think it looks beautiful and gorgeous. But there is one thing, and that is that it's not witchy and magical enough because there is some color missing. So this is what I'm going to do today, and then I'm just calling it a day because I have been working whole day long. It's 8:30 p.m. and I just want to take a shower and relax, drink some tea, read a good book, and then just sleep. But I want to draw the template for the painting today so I can do it tomorrow and you can see it on Sunday. And for that I went to a craft shop, but unfortunately they didn't have any colors that I could use to paint on the wood because it was not waterproof or like basically weatherproof. So I went to another craft shop and I found these kind of spray bottles. I'm not the biggest fan of these spray bottles, but what I'm going to do is I'm painting a template on my iPad and then I'm going to transfer that on some cardboard and then I'm going to cut out the leaves and the flowers and just spray paint it on the wood. So this is going to be fun. We are doing this tomorrow together and we are also going to plant our herbs and we are going herb shopping, so I'm really excited for tomorrow. So yeah, cannot wait. I hope you enjoy too, and I will bring you along because we are picking herbs that are for the witchcraft practice, and I'm picking them with intention because I have some herbs that I really love and I really love to include in my witchcraft practice, so I'm going to share that with you as well. But yeah, for now I feel like it's time to finally draw the poisonous ivy because let's just be real, what is more witchy than poisonous ivy? I think it will look so cute. That's just what I imagine. I hope it will turn out cute. And then let's call it a day. I hope that sounds good. So let's get crafty for the last time of this day. So let's go. So because I'm horribly impatient, I decided that I would spray my ivy onto the wood the same day. And as you can see, I didn't even transfer it onto some cardboard. And yeah, here I'm just spraying it on. And I really enjoyed the smooth look and the mixture of the dark green and the bright green. But as you can see in a second, the edges were not sharp, and for first I really enjoyed that kind of dreamy aquarelle look. But I am going to do a mistake in a second, so stay tuned for that. So I wanted to make the edges sharper even though I really enjoyed this dreamy look. So I went on and I bought these weatherproof markers and I immediately regretted it because as you can see the color is way too bright. But I already started, so I just thought, okay, let's do that and see how it looks like. But I really did not enjoy it and I thought, oh my god, what am I going to do? But we found the solution. So we never give up on this channel and we always find a solution. So in a second you can see me just painting all of these leaves in this bright green, and to be honest, I really enjoy it. I think by time it will anyway fade. The weather, the rain, the wind will make it faint, and I think it will look really cool. And the final touches really made it look like a little fairy dream. So now it was the time to plant the herbs into their new home, and because I don't have too much sunlight, I decided to plant less in the beginning and just see what grows, and then learn from here and adapt afterwards. I didn't have to think long to know that rosemary was a must in my little herb garden. I just love the smell of rosemary and always have a small bottle of rosemary oil with me. The scent immediately calms me down, and I like to use it when I'm doing exercises to open my heart chakra. I also like to make a rosemary and apple cider vinegar rinse, which makes my hair wonderfully smooth. And of course, rosemary is a must in my witchcraft practice. I always have a few sprigs hanging above my altar workspace, and you can also make a wonderful wreath out of it and hang it over the front door to ward off unwanted energies. I use rosemary water to cleanse my altar and my magical tools, and I love making incense bundles with it. It's also great as an amulet to support your focus during spell work, for example. Place a sachet of dried rosemary under your pillow for a good and restful night's sleep. Rosemary is also associated with the Greek goddess Aphrodite. Some ancient artwork depicts the goddess of love with images of a plant that is believed to be rosemary. It was commonly used in wedding ceremonies as a symbol of love in ancient Greek. This is why rosemary is often used in rituals and spells involving love, fortifying romantic bonds and attracting love. Because it is an evergreen plant, it is also used in abundance spells. Rosemary can also be used for kitchen witchery and add an aromatic touch of magic to bread or other dishes. There is many more magical properties of rosemary, so it really is so versatile and the perfect herb to include in your garden and practice. And I love this quote by Paige van der Beek. Rosemary is the jewel of the Mediterranean, and in Italy it's said that rosemary grows near homes filled with strong women. I love sage and it's so mystical, and everyone probably knows it by now as a plant that is used in cleansing rituals. But there are countless different types of sage. When I look at the plant, it represents the old woman, the wise one, to me. The leaf appears wrinkled and yet strong and gentle. Sage is therefore often used in divination rituals and used to enhance intuition, clarity, and wisdom. And as Paige van der Beek said, all varieties of sage represent the wisdom of elders and ancient generations. During my research on sage, I often came across the fact that it is said to help with grief. And more than once I read that this plant is said to have wish-fulfilling properties, so write your wish on a leaf. So sage not only is the beautiful herb for purifying and cleansing, but also for manifestation magic. And in fact, along with bay leaf, I have intuitively loved using it for this exact purpose. I've also read that it is said to bring bad luck if you plant or cut sage yourself, and you have to ask someone else to do it for you. Let me know if you've ever heard of this. The last herb I wanted to start my garden with is Bessel. Bessel is said to have properties that attract money and wealth. The lush green leaves are just a beautiful yet gentle reminder that abundance is all around us, all the time. So carrying Bessel in form of an amulet or a sachet is therefore an easy way to incorporate that herb in your practice. You can also create a cleansing water out of it or use essential oil and clean your home with it to attract wealth and abundance. To me, Bessel is a beautiful herb to help me balance my emotions and to calm myself down. So tranquility and harmony are words that describe that plant well to me. And I don't know why, but when I look at Bessel, I cannot help but be reminded of courage and strength. And of course, Bessel can be used in your kitchen as well. Keep in mind that this is just my research and my experiences, and that there is some knowledge that has been passed on for generations and is somewhat general wisdom. However, you may also study a plant a lot and find that it works particularly well for you in a different type of spell, for example. So now all that was left was to make our little herb signs. And I had these wooden pieces for the longest time, and now was the perfect time to use them. And for that we chose a different fighter today. I bought this wood burning pan and I have been wanting to try this out for such a long time, and let me tell you, it definitely is harder than it looks. I had so much fun writing all of the names on it and decorating it, and I don't know, I think they look so cute, and I'm really happy that I didn't have to use any plastic or any color or something like that, and it is just biodegradable. Why can't you see me on my knees for you, baby? I'm falling down, and I need you to catch me. Oh, my intimacy is all I need from you to me. Oh, my intimacy is all I need from you to me. Intimacy is all I need. So, how do you like the little witch's garden? Do you like the herbs that I picked? Or what herbs would you have picked and why? Make sure to let me know, because I just love reading your comments. I love reading about your experiences, your wisdom, your knowledge, and about your witchcraft practice. And with that being said, don't take anything that I say or share here for granted. Please always do your own research and do your homework, and make sure that everything you do when it comes to herbs is safe. You know what you are collecting, you know what you are using in your practice. And yeah, nothing that I say here replaces a visit to a doctor. And be extra careful if you are pregnant, just dropping it in here, because there is so much that I found out during my research. Like, there is a million different kinds of sage. So yeah, it's like a never-ending story when it comes to herbs, but I feel like that's the fun part. I just love studying, I love researching, and yeah, just keep that in mind. But yeah, I really love this little corner of my garden, and it just makes me so happy. I just keep going outside and checking this little greenish and yellowish little paradise for fairies. And I cannot wait to harvest my own herbs for my practice and try them and just have fun. So yeah, I think it also shows that it doesn't matter how much space you have. It doesn't matter if there is like a little balcony or if you only have a tiny little corner of a garden like I do. Everyone can start their own herb garden, and it's just so much fun. I cannot wait when everything is like growing. So I will make sure to show you that as well. And you can also check out my website, because over there I share some knowledge of the herbs and plants that I find out during my research. I just recently did the elderflower. There is so much folklore about the herbs, and I kind of made it my mission now to collect all of that knowledge and wisdom and share it, so it's not getting lost. So I will update all these plant profiles from time to time, so make sure you check them out. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, because it really helps me out a lot. Also subscribe to my channel. If you are new here, then hi and welcome. I'm Bibi and I make videos about witchcraft and thrifting, and we also do fun magical crafts and DIYs. So if this sounds good, then again, make sure you subscribe if you are not already. It really helps me out a lot. And we will hang out again next week. So see you then. Bye bye.